I remember you telling me about that, but
It's pretty good.
I'd be surprised if I've never seen it, but there's a lot of things I haven't seen, so it seems like I would remember it, though.
Yeah, one of the counselors he showed it twice. That was pretty good. It's like, if it doesn't matter, throw the F-bomb on it.
Yeah.
If it's not important.
Right. I mean, the people that are important to you would be, your family, obviously your daughter.
And it doesn't even have to pertain to that. It's like, let's say you have to shower every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You got to do that. But you don't have to get high. You just put the F-bomb on it. And that was a buck you used. I think my bank is getting full. Or empty.
Yeah, Eddie Don.
I was just texting him.
Were you? He told me to tell you hi.
Yeah, I texted him not too long ago.
Yeah, he's a big fan. He listens, and he's like, so Dustin's up there living with you now, huh? I'm like, yeah.
I told him on the
He's like,
Facebook.
yeah, listen to the podcast. So you got a girlfriend, and
I threw it all out there. I don't know if I told him the other part of that story.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And he was happy for me, and we were going to try to meet up yesterday, I think, but time got away, and I wasn't feeling well. It's my sinuses. I don't ever get sick. I have a pretty kick-ass immune system.
No, you don't.
I do too.
You get gross.
I get little people growing out of my neck.
It's gone though.
Kinda. It's still there if you feel for it.
I'm not feeling for it.
But 100%, like 90% better.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. Does it still hurt?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's good.
Man, that sucker. Did you see Tyrone's got one on his head, too?
Yeah, I said, you got the Corey.
I told him, I was like, keep messing with it.
He keeps coming up to me. Does this look better? Does this look better? I'm like,
squeeze it.
No, but you should probably put a hot compress on it. You probably should squeeze it. I did say that. And he goes, well, here. And he kept getting close. I'm like, dude, get away from me. Like, no.
He's so funny because, like, I obviously, well, I'm not sure if you know if this is your first time listening to the podcast. I'm a white male. And when I'm walking around with this big little person coming out of the side of my neck, is like ingrown hair or something that got in. I don't remember what even they called it, but it was huge. And it was red. And it hurt. And Tyrone, not sure, again, if you're just now listening for the first time, is an African-American male. And so you kind of see it, but you really see it when he puts Dustin or whatever the hell he puts on it.
That white stuff. I was like, what's all over his neck?
He puts this white cream on it and just walks around like it's not rubbed in or nothing. It's just, you're like, I don't know if he wants people to notice it or if man. But it was so funny though, really. I was like, what the hell you doing, man? He's like, I got one of them things, man.
I love Tyrone.
He's awesome.
He's always asking me, hey, did you call Corey today? Constantly want me to call you just to make you mad. Constantly. I texted him, Tyrone.
We got him earlier, though, and he was like telling you stuff, and I was like, yeah, Tyrone, no, don't do this and don't do that. And what about that 250? Wow, because Tyrone, he's awesome. He kind of does like me. Like, I'll find something that pisses somebody off, like Ryan hates to lose. And that's why I beat him and everything. Yeah. And it just drives him nuts. And I call it torture therapy. It's something that I've been practicing on people since it was used on me by a girl at the Chinese restaurant.
You've been doing that for quite a while, dude.
Have I? Well, I guess that was the first time it was done to me.
Okay.
This female who was a predator.
I have nothing to say.
Well, she was. And she preyed upon me. But I didn't let it get to me because whatever. But she was my euchre partner in this euchre tournament. And I like to win too. Mm-hmm. And she just kept throwing off dumb stuff. Like, it was horrible. And finally I got to the point where I was like, I can't play with you anymore. Like, I'm done. I mean, if you ask the people that were there, they said it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because I guess I just stood up all mad, threw my cards, knocked over the chair, and just took off. I was like, F it, I'm done.
I'm done.
So then Rob decided that I should have her as my partner every time I played from then on out. He was like, we'll just call it torture therapy.
You have.
And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't even care if I win.
I give up.
Yeah, but
I am powerless.
Yeah. And you're like, what can I control here? Nothing, because I'm playing with numbnuts there. Like, what can you do? Nothing. Just whatever. It is what it is. We're just a game.
Man, I played cards when I was at a Chinese restaurant in Battle Creek, or not Battle Creek, Berrien Springs.
Ah.
And a friend of ours that was in the house, who's gone now, I wanted him to teach me to play spades, and I can't believe I never played spades in jail before. I just never did. And he's like, man, I'm not going to teach you because I don't want to lose. And I'm like, just teach me the basics. Wouldn't teach me. I had to teach myself.
Maybe he didn't know how to play.
No, he knew how to play. You see his card tricks before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's pretty good. Pretty tricky. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't either.
All right.
Man.
But yeah, so Tyrone, though, does that same thing with the torture therapy. And he'll find something. I don't know if he knows I think he knows he's doing it.
Oh, I love the way he does it.
But he'll find something that just makes somebody mad.
No.
And he'll just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going until you finally break. Unless you play it back with him. You know, like, start having some fun back with him. And he'll kind of slow it down a little bit, but
we're men, and he knows that.
Yeah,
we're men.
Ain't no children in this house. Ain't no children here.
No drywall. No children doing no drywall. I love it. I'm very quiet.
but you know, you just got to learn how to take Tyrone. You know, just like everybody. You know, we all have our quirks, and you know, I find Tyrone to be very funny, very entertaining, and he can be very serious. And I like having talks with him because we can talk about real stuff. You know, or as he would call it, real man shit.
Yeah, he's been around the block.
Yeah, he has, and he hasn't had it easy.
He said, I didn't get off the bed or the chair the other day, just kind of thinking about stuff. Mm-hmm. And he grabbed me by the foot, which I hate. I hate my feet being touched, and he grabs my feet all the time. And he goes, come on, let's go for a walk. I'm like, where are we going? We're just going for a walk. And I'm like, all right. I get my shoes on. We just walked and talked the whole time, went through town, showed me where all the spots were happening. And I'm like, I can't go in there, Tyrone. I really want to, but I'm not. Let's walk. We just walk. And he goes, what's your problem? I said, alcohol's not my DOC, but I could really use a drink right now. And girls were hooting and hollering and stuff up there, which sounded fun, too. I didn't have my cape on, so I couldn't go up there. I wanted to fly right up there. No, but it was a good talk. You're right. He does get serious, though.
He does. And
yeah.
That's just the part of getting to know other people and getting to know people like Tyrone. Because I said, if we were in, you know, back in machine shop in 8th grade or whatever it was, like if you'd have been like, yo, man, this is what's going to be going down when you guys are 40-something years old.
I'd be like, yeah, right.
Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know, I'm going to have a wife and 3 kids and going to be doing this and doing that.
I did get a wife. What you watching, Nico?
She was watching her bear movie. I made sure to pre-screen this one so it's not porn like she was watching the other night.
Poor kitty.
I know. And he goes on the bed just chilling.
I wish I could sleep like that.
Yeah,
just chill.
She's relaxing, sprawled out.
Yeah, it's me.
All 11.5 pounds of her.
It is a big cat. She is well fed.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
But when you leave...
Oh, she's crying for daddy.
Oh, yeah, for about 10 minutes.
Aww.
Yeah. Not every time, but most of the time.
Aww. Yeah, she's like, don't leave me again for 9 months, Dad. I know, I put that cat through hell, man. Really have.
Good cat.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
So how was your day today?
My day was pretty good. Pretty interesting, I guess. Took a couple naps.
Naps are fun.
I did my exam for psychology.
Oh. How'd that go?
D.
Just you passed?
Woo!
Yeah, what's up?
Man.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I studied for it.
How did you do so well in school?
I don't
and
know.
The only thing I excelled in was auto shop and machine tool.
I would just pass the tests.
I couldn't do that. Even if it was a 50-50 shot at true or false, I always failed.
Well, I remember it was the Captain K.C. Clark.
I went to his house and fixed his furnace one time.
Oh, I bet you passed.
I did. I fixed it.
Yeah.
Captain Casey Clark.
Yeah, he had. I noticed that he would have a template he would put over his tests, and it'd be A, B, C, D. Fill in the oval. So I thought, well, let's just go ahead and try it. So I would fill 2 or 3 in,
and it worked.
Yeah, and I would get like B's and C's on the test, and then I didn't get caught until the final exam, and I filled them in, and I got an A.
What?
Yeah. Well, see, that's it. Then like Corey's never here. So Ryan Evett, he was like, Corey's never here. How the hell did he get a better grade than me? And he goes up there and Corey cheated. And look at his test. He filled them all in. He cheated. And Captain did not want me back in that class. And he knew that if I were to fail this exam, I'd be coming back for another semester or for another year.
Do you remember Tiffany Levanway?
Yeah.
And I think it was Tracy Hanko were in there. I would always hand my paper over to them. One of the two would do it until they got tired of doing it every single time. I was getting C's, which was good for me, and then it went drastically to that failure state.
Well, Captain, he was awesome for me because he looked at it and thought, at least he tried and wrote a C on it.
Hey,
give me a C.
That's awesome.
And Ryan was still mad. Like, I'm pretty sure it was him. He was still mad. But I was like, look, man, he gave it to me for trying.
Right.
And he just didn't want to see me back in there again, but that's fine. I'm cool with that, too. I'm not about that life. I didn't want to be dissecting frogs. I'm not trying to be a scientist, man.
They did cats, too, didn't they? Erica Tarantino had to do a cat.
No.
Yeah, they did cats for their final exam.
Look at my baby girl looking at you. She's being cutie kitty right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It might have been your cousin.
On her back. She's got her head.
It wasn't any family.
I'm looking at him.
It was a cat, though.
Can't believe you, Erica. Can't believe she would let that happen.
She did.
Yeah, Nico's being cute. She knows what she's doing, and then she'll bite you.
Yeah, that's why I'm being careful.
But no, yeah, so my day, though, I just drove back. I thought a lot on the way back, just about what I want to do, and we need to have a meeting with 217 Recovery with the board, and, now that we've filed for the 501c3, we just have to wait. But in the meantime, like, I was trying to think of things that I want to do and where I want to go with it, and you might remember back when I was at WIRX in Benton Harbor years ago, it was a ride, Harleys for Hospice.
Yes.
And we rode around Michigan, all the way through the UP, around through Wisconsin, through Chicago, and then back around to Benton Harbor. Well, I think it would be very cool if we did a sober Harley ride.
That would be cool.
And kind of started up here and just kind of went either down to a Cubs game and then back around, or we can go back through the UP and down and then come back up through Southwest Michigan. I think it'd be cool.
That would be real cool.
Do it for recovery and just have a good time, man. A nice sober ride. Yeah.
A guy I know I used to work with at Michigan Mole, he does those poker runs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a recovery ride once, but I don't know who it was for. He was telling me about it. This was probably 15 years ago. But he does a lot of rides with them. And then another guy I used to work with when I was real young at Myers is in a biker club that is Christian base, and they do a lot of recovery rides too through the church. But I can't remember what his club was called.
Well, maybe we can get a ride to purchase a vehicle.
Yeah.
Do a recovery ride for a recovery rides.
There you go.
Vehicle.
I'm telling you what, a lot of people need rides. Mm-hmm. When they get out of recovery, they don't have much.
But see, I think we'll be able to. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to, get hooked up with rides once our 501c3 thing goes through. But in the meantime,
what do you do?
Like we're doing now. We could say, hey, let's do a ride to raise money to build a studio. I don't know how many people are going to be like, yeah, let's help those kids build studios.
Yeah.
But hey, let's help them get a car.
To help the public.
Yeah, to help people get, to meetings and to doctor appointments and stuff like that without charging them an arm and a leg. And, and one thing they told me to leave off was the fact that